Picture two driveways. Same street, same neighborhood. In the first one, a brand new Range Rover. Lease payment, $1,100 a month. In the second, a 6-year-old Toyota Camry. Paid off, slight dent on the bumper. The Range Rover belongs to a guy earning $240,000 a year. His savings account, $40,000. The Camry belongs to a woman earning $95,000. Her investment portfolio, $1.4 million. Same street, same neighborhood, completely different financial reality. And here's the thing, that's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. The people who actually build wealth, real, lasting wealth, they avoid a very specific set of purchases. Not because they can't afford them, but because they've done the math. And the math just doesn't work. So today, I'm walking you through 7 things that real millionaires almost never buy. And I promise you, avoiding these matters far more than any side hustle tip or investment hack you've ever seen online. This isn't about living cheap. It's about understanding what wealth actually looks like versus what it's been marketed to look like. Let's get into it.
Number 1, a brand new car. Here's something the dealership will never tell you. The moment you drive a new car off that lot, it loses roughly 20% of its value. Gone, just like that. And within the first year, another 10% on top of that. So that $50,000 car you drove home on a Tuesday, by next year, it's worth about $35,000. That's $15,000 that didn't go toward anything. It didn't buy you a vacation. It didn't fund your retirement. It just evaporated. Millionaires know this. Study after study shows that most everyday millionaires drive cars that are several years old, and they paid for them in cash. They're not driving beat-up junkers out of necessity. They just figured something out early. A car is a tool. It gets you from point A to point B. It is not a status symbol. It is not an investment. It is a depreciating asset. And the faster you treat it like one, the better off you'll be. The guy in that leased Range Rover, he's not building wealth. He's renting the appearance of it.
Number 2, a house at the top of their pre-approval. When you go to get a mortgage, the bank will tell you the maximum amount they're willing to lend you. And I need you to hear this clearly. That number is a ceiling, not a target. Most people treat it like a target. Buying right at the edge of your approval means every single dollar of your future income gets swallowed by that mortgage payment before it can go anywhere else. No room to invest, no emergency cushion, no margin for opportunity. Real millionaires live in homes that cost far less than what they could technically afford. Their house doesn't announce their net worth, their balance sheet does.
Number 3, designer clothing and accessories. Now look, I'm not saying dress poorly, but let's run the actual numbers here. A $3,000 handbag carried twice a month for 2 years, that's $62 every single time you pick it up. A $200 bag, same usage, about $4 per use. The expensive bag isn't sophistication. It's an inefficient transfer of your money into a closet. Wealth builders dress well, genuinely well, but they've learned to separate looks expensive from is actually worth buying. Most people never make that distinction, and it costs them more than they realize. Number 4, whole life insurance and complicated financial products. This one surprises people, so stay with me. Whole life insurance, fee-heavy annuities, investment products sold by someone who earns a commission the moment you sign. These get aggressively marketed to people right after a raise, right after an inheritance, right when they have money and aren't sure what to do with it. Real wealth builders don't buy them. The reason is straightforward. These products bundle insurance and investing together in a way that's expensive, opaque, and almost always underperforms. Buying simple term life insurance and putting the difference into low-cost index funds, that strategy beats bundled products almost every single time over the long run. Millionaires aren't smarter about financial jargon. They're just allergic to paying high fees for complexity they don't need. Number 5, the newest version of anything that already works. Your phone makes calls. It runs your apps. It takes perfectly fine photos. Does it need to be replaced because the new model has a slightly better camera? No, it does not. Your kitchen functions. Does it need a renovation because a magazine made it look outdated? No, it does not. Millionaires apply one simple test before replacing anything. Does this still do its job? If yes, it stays. That one habit, practiced consistently over 30 years,
saves an amount of money that would genuinely shock you. The phone upgrade cycle alone costs the average American tens of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. Tens of thousands. That could have been compounding in an investment account instead.
If this kind of breakdown is useful to you, this channel puts one out every week. No fluff, just the numbers that actually matter.
Number 6, vacation homes and boats. These are the purchases that look like wealth from the outside and behave like liabilities on the inside. A boat typically costs around 10% of its purchase price every single year just to maintain storage, insurance, winterization, repairs. So a $40,000 boat, that's $4,000 a year. Whether you take it on the water or not, vacation homes carry the same trap. Property taxes, maintenance, furnishing, the opportunity cost of having your capital locked inside a structure you use maybe 3 weeks out of the year. Now, the millionaires who do own these things, they ran the full numbers first. They made a conscious, deliberate decision with eyes wide open. They didn't buy because a realtor said it was a great investment. They bought because they calculated every cost and decided it was worth it. That's the difference. Number 7, anything bought to keep up with someone else on this list. Every single purchase we've talked about, the new car, the maxed out mortgage, the designer bag, the boat, almost all of it gets justified by comparison. The neighbor has one. The coworker just posted theirs on Instagram. Everyone at this income level seems to own this. Real millionaires break that loop entirely. They define what enough looks like for themselves, independent of what their peers are doing, independent of what social media is showing them. And here's what makes this so counterintuitive. They're not richer because they earn more. Often they earn less than the people around them. They're richer because they stopped letting someone else's spending write their own financial story. So here's the thread that connects all 7. None of these are moral failures. The doctor driving the BMW isn't a bad person. The couple in the big house aren't doing something wrong. The problem is that most of these purchases happen on autopilot. Nobody sat down and ran the real numbers. The depreciation, the cost per use, the maintenance, the opportunity cost of money that could have been compounding instead. The people who build real wealth aren't smarter. They're not luckier. They just ask one extra question before they buy anything. What does owning this actually cost me? Every year, for as long as I own it. That's it. That's the whole thing. Try it on the next purchase you're considering. Run the real number. You might be surprised which side of the math you end up on.